People just don't get to see the full behind the scenes, do they, of me having to put your makeup on you and sort your microphones out.
Makeup, it's you that do the makeup.
Just sort your mics out for you, make sure they're testing okay.
Yeah.
Testing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. We turned it on this week, what?
I think you should do a little bit of singing today. I think that would be quite nice if you could do some singing. Let's break it up a little bit. You know, I like the old theme tune, but maybe just a bit of singing would be quite nice as well. Right. But
it wouldn't be what I'd pick, but because you
have asked so nicely,
you just told me to talk too much. I thought I'd sing a song that was representative of that particular point you made earlier. There you go. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes, says that you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me wherever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all.
There was definitely like a hint of Irishness in that little. There was like a little twang. Is there any Irish in your blood?
It was Ronan, wasn't it? No. I like Ronan, but he's got. You have to add it, I think. You know.
And you've certainly done that.
Yeah,
that was a proper little ad, wasn't it? At the end.
No Irish in me though.
Nothing at all.
No.
Are you sure? Because it was definitely
only English in me.
The way it just came out.
Projected.
It was lovely. I'm sure everybody enjoyed that back home.
I'm sure they didn't. If people weren't asleep, then that's woke them up.
So this week on the channel... Oh, hang on a minute.
You haven't even said hi to everyone. Welcome in, yeah?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday morning show. Good morning, Lester.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, everybody.
How you doing?
Good, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah?
Warm, isn't it? We've had a warm week here down here.
We've had, the UK in general has had a massive heat wave, and certainly I know in Ireland they've had a big old heat wave, and probably more in the southwest, but I'm sure everybody's been struggling. It's great, but it's just been so hot at night, isn't it?
I mean, it's been difficult to sleep, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's such contrast to what we've had previously this year, because we haven't had a particularly good year, a couple of good, decent weeks, but this is another level, isn't it? It was hitting 30 degrees Monday, Tuesday. There's a lot of red people around, a lot of burnt people.
It's hilarious. Like I took a drive home. The other day. I went down by the seafront and drove along the seafront. It is hilarious. People they have no idea what they're doing.
They don't put sun cream on, or they do. They go in the water and it washes off. And then
4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're coming off the beach, and they are red.
Yeah.
Like red. Shirts are still off. They're not bothered. They're just strolling around, like properly burnt.
I'll be honest with you. Until the last sort of 15 years, I never used to wear anything. But now I put.
That's important.
If we're out in it, I'll put factor 50 on. So you still get a tan. I don't care what anyone says. You still get a decent tan.
You will, yeah.
But yeah, just so important to cover up, isn't it? And just, if you are going out there, just be careful at the moment.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolute madness. Well, we've had a busy week on the channel. This week on this show, I do want to catch up with Brooksy out on the course.
Yeah.
Jason, obviously, we did a bit of work on one of the greens, and he wanted to give everybody a little update, which I thought was quite nice of him.
Yeah, good. It was popular last time he was on there, and
see how the green is bedding in.
His knowledge is up there, isn't it? So it's good to see what they've done and how it's worked. But the course is superb at the moment.
I believe it is.
I was out there on Saturday and the Saturday before, and the greens were as good as I putted on. It's credit to Jason.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Roger, Greeny and the team.
It's taken time.
Yeah.
Because it was not an easy start to the season for any golf club. I think certainly in the UK. I think there was a lot of slow growth, and golf courses just coming out of a lockdown and all of those things, that not being able to work on their course quite as much. I think it's been tough, but they've bounced back, and the courses are now looking lovely. So this week we have been at Minchinhampton.
We have, yeah.
And I mean,
really good 2 days for me.
I know we were hunting. It was good. But I know this week we were hunting the course record for you, because. But I think for the first 3 holes you now have the course record.
I had a reasonable start.
What, birdie?
Yeah, I should have birdied the 4th, because I missed a short one, and then I had a shot I think on 5 or 6, so I could have been
that was
sort
net
of
birdie.
4 under and 5 under net through 6. So yeah, can occasionally get it going. But to be honest, I have been putting in some graft. I've been hitting balls every single night and practicing short games. So hopefully in the next it'll be 4 or 5 weeks down the line, won't it, before it hits, because we don't just film that week and then put it on. There's a bit of a backlog. So hopefully in a couple of months' time, you should see a slight improvement, hopefully.
Yeah. Course was great though, wasn't it? And it came up really, really well on camera when you play these courses. You'll see it from eye line and things like that. You don't see it from distance the way the cameras can.
I think if you take it for what it is, I mean, like you mentioned a couple of times, it's a complete raw golf course. They can't put fertiliser on the green. They do very little maintenance to the golf course, so they're not allowed to because it's common land.
Yeah.
So the greens aren't going to be, they're not going to be as good as the new courses that they've got on the other side of the road and further inland. But if you take it for what it is and golf at its purest form and how golf would have been, how it started, it was a really good experience. I really enjoyed it.
It was, and that's what it was. It was a great experience because obviously we travel around and we get to play some fantastic golf courses. We like to fluctuate around, and I saw a comment actually that someone mentioned that it's nice to actually see some golf courses which are actually attainable, from a price point of view for everybody, for the masses. It's not we don't just go.
That's what we said
exclusive.
when we were doing vlogs, wasn't it? We didn't want to go and play necessarily all the top golf courses. I mean, it's nice to mix a few in there. Yeah. But for the average person, the people that we're sort of aiming our vlogs at, paying, I personally wouldn't pay. I can't afford to start. I wouldn't pay £200 a round of golf. My membership. If you're a member of a golf club around here, it's less than £1,000. I couldn't personally justify paying that much money. I couldn't afford it either, with mortgages and stuff. So we do try and play those courses that are affordable, that are affordable, and good value. Yeah.
And like I was saying, we get to play some amazing golf courses, and normally when we turn up, they know we're coming, so they know cameras are going to be on their golf courses, so they do try and make as bigger effort as they can to get their golf course in some really good shape. So we are lucky to get onto golf courses which are in really good condition. Yeah. And with the Moorland course, with it being so raw and rugged around the edges and things like that, do you know what? I think anybody who's a golfer and is keen on their golf, which pretty much everybody watching this show are, they've got to go and experience that type of golf. Yeah, because I think it just brings you back to what it was like.
It's very R&D like, isn't it?
Yeah, Royal North Devon is a good one to sort of like Tavistock. Tavistock is very similar to it. Yelverton is, but probably maybe Rangerton close to us is another one which the front nine at Rangerton would be a bit like it. But it was great. It was really good, and as we said before, the hospitality that we got from Minchinhampton.
Yeah, second to none.
Brilliant.
So friendly, welcoming. The newer courses on the other side of the road, just the clubhouse, the setup, the facilities, absolutely
busy members club.
Busy members club, superb it was. Yeah. The golf course on the second day was ridiculously good and ridiculously hard.
We'll be getting that one out over the next couple of weeks. Yeah. But, so yes, good experience all round from that one. Yeah. Shall we go out and have a chat with Brooksy? Is it time that we should go and see Brooksy? So we're going to head out onto the golf course now, have a little catch up with Jason Brooks, the course manager here, who wants to chat with you about the 6th green and how it's recovered.
Welcome to the 6th green.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is, you helped us in, I think, November time when we did the drainage.
Would you say I was helping or more of a hindrance? Would you like to say
no.
You're just being polite, or?
No, you were a help. You were quality control, I think, at the time.
Yes, correct. So, wow, I mean, Jason, this is amazing. Like, obviously we're going to show off a bit of footage around the actual green itself in just a moment as we do a bit of B-roll, but, I'm standing here now, and I apart from possibly the one small little line that's to our left here, or your right, I can't see where else we've been. Which is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's blended in pretty well now.
Considering how much effort and digging we actually did on this green.
Yeah, and and it has. It did once we got through the winter period. It was highlighted how well it drained in that initial time, and moving forward, when we get to the next winter, it should be performing a lot better than it used to do.
So what do you think what have you had to do then to get it all into position? If you had to sort of keep filling up, topping up the lines?
Yeah, keep doing light dressings on the green just to get the lines as they sort of, they settled over time, and every time you dress it, it settles a bit more. But you just keep doing regular little sand dressings along the lines and back rake it. It all blended in quite nicely. The tricky thing in the summer is the moisture management, really, because obviously you've got the original areas between the lines still made out of pretty, water holding material, but then you've got the drainage lines where it flows through really quickly. So you've got to at times bring a hose up and just water the line on its own, just to keep the moisture levels up, because it just drains so much quicker. And that will slow in time, so in a couple of years' time you won't have to do that, but just initially that's one of the sort of considerations. The moisture could be, I don't know, 30% in between the lines, which is ample, but on the lines itself it could be in single figures, and you've got to kind of keep an eye on that so it doesn't affect the turf health.
And do you keep an eye on it? Is it something that you sort of put a little probe in there to see what's kind of happening with the moisture levels? Yeah,
remember when we talked about that new putting green, we put the probe in, so you're just looking to see what levels the moisture meter is telling you it is, and ideally for us, anything around about 20% is a good number, so we just sort of keep things topped up if it falls below that line.
And with the weather that we're getting now, which is, well, summer has finally arrived.
It's glorious, isn't it?
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a big championship going on today, haven't we? But seniors county championships we've got up here.
Seniors scratch county championship today.
Yeah.
So
there'll be some good players playing.
Good players, some players who were good in their day and still pretty handy now.
Yeah. But back to the drainage lines. I mean, this time of year now, this is where it can get a little bit, I wouldn't say dangerous, but where it really dries out.
Yeah.
You've got to really keep an eye on what's going on.
Yeah, your sort of evaporation rates at this time of year, you turn your back on it for a day perhaps, and you can come in the next day and it's like, Jesus, it's dry to a crisp.
Yeah.
So it's you've got to be aware, especially you get those sort of winds coming in from the east, it really dries the place up quite quickly if you're not quite on top of things.
So always nice again to catch up with Jace, to see what he's up to.
And we have had a few people asking us what the
we always get the comments
of the
about,
green. So now you've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately I've not had a chance to play Torquay for some time.
It is busy at the moment.
It's so busy, and I haven't had the time to go and do it. But you've had a chance to play the sixth. How is it actually playing? Is it
brilliant.
When you go on there, do you, even though I know you've seen this part of the video and you've seen how it was produced as such, do you see it, or are you even aware of it?
You'd have to really sort of bend down and get close to the thing to actually see any difference from a standing point of view. Visually, it's hard to see unless you knew exactly where the actual drainage was actually put in. And no, it's putting absolutely perfectly. There's no bumps over it. It's completely smooth. It's done a brilliant job, and we will benefit the rewards in the winter when we don't have any water laying on that green.
Well, thanks for your...
You're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you. And it was a tough day. It was a tough day helping put all that together.
Yeah, you did well.
And, Thanks.
I don't think I'd helped that day, did I? No,
you were there in spirit, though.
Yeah.
You were there in spirit.
So I toasted the spirit to you when you finished.
Toasted it. So you've got a little birthday announcement.
I have,
again,
yes.
I thought we'd stopped all this.
We have stopped that, but any special
Should we stop
messages...
it and now put it on the ticker bar?
Do you want it on the ticker bar? Do you want me to speak about it?
Just do it.
So
you're going to keep him happy.
Yeah, well, he's a good. I've got to find the email now. He's a good supporter of ours, and whenever we do anything, any trips, he's always the first one to sign up, and always makes himself available, and also mucks in, and he's good, really good company. So this is from Paul Tolley. And he's put, "Evening Lester, hope you're well, mate. Just wondered if you could do me a big favour and wish my wife Deb a happy birthday for the Friday just gone."
Happy birthday, Deb.
So he doesn't think many wives have put up with their husbands going to the Open for the last 10 years on their birthday. So
he gets out a lot, does Paul, doesn't he? He's not afraid. He's booked in on our Bowood trip.
He is, he's coming to Bowood.
He's coming to Bowood. He came to Wales. He's coming to Bowood. He's been down here a few times to play.
He has, yeah.
He loves Devon. He's trying to move to Devon, I think. I don't know if Debs knows that, but he's trying to move to Devon.
She does now.
She does now, yeah.
So I'll carry on with this. Is the stoppy bit. So anybody who doesn't want to hear the next bit, push the button on the double click, and you'll jump 15 seconds ahead, so you'll miss all this bit. She means the world to me, and we've been through a lot of sad times together over the last few years. So a mention would make her day, as she watches the Sunday show with me and laughs at your jokes.
Your jokes.
It says sometimes, but I didn't think I'd add that. Cheers, Lester. Regards, Paul Tolley.
Love it. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Debs. Well done for playing up with Paul.
Yeah.
And we'll look after him at Bowood for you.
We'll certainly do that. Oh, I've got a good one for you.
Yeah.
we're off travelling again.
I hear. Little rumour going around?
There's a little rumour going around. So we're off this week. Monday, Tuesday, we are heading up. We're going north, where they talk differently and everything. Yeah, they speak really, really differently.
They have indoor toilets?
Yeah, they've got all that.
Okay,
They've caught up with us. But we're going north, and we're heading up to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And specifically, we're playing Wallasey, which is the home of where the Stableford competition.
Okay, so we're going to play Stableford.
That is where Mr. Stableford was a member, and I think he started up. But I'll do more research on that for the actual.
I think you better.
Probably best. But no, we're going up to Wallasey to play on the Monday, and then we're playing West Lancs on the Tuesday.
Oh, brilliant!
So myself and you are taking. Jordan's obviously coming up doing the filming.
Yeah.
Paul's coming up.
Is he?
Yeah, Paul's coming out. He needs more golf in his life right now. And we are meeting up with Alex Evans. Finally. 18, I think it's been at least 18 months. Well, it's been 18 months since we've said in the first video that we were going to do something with him.
Yeah.
And we never have until this week coming.
Yeah.
So you've not met Al yet?
I've not. No, I've spoken to him on the phone via yourself a few times, and I know of Al.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Big football fan.
I'm looking forward to him buying me a pint.
Big Liverpool fan.
Is he?
Massive Liverpool fan. So I don't know how you two get on, whether that's a good
Liverpool, right?
West Ham and
don't mind Liverpool.
And on the note of football, so this week I've not been very well.
No.
So I've had a couple of days where I've had to stay in bed basically.
Yeah.
I've not been good.
No.
And
not COVID related.
Not COVID related. No, just hit the wall.
Yeah.
And I've been watching on Amazon. I've been watching All or Nothing.
Yeah.
With Manchester City.
Yeah.
Like, bearing in mind, you know my football doesn't really exist.
No.
I've got a decent left peg, but
no, you haven't.
Have I not? No. You always told me I had a good left peg.
It's just funny. Oh. The ingrowing toenail ruined your career.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. But I've been watching that All or Nothing with Manchester City, and wow.
Good documentary.
So good.
There's quite a few teams have done it. Sunderland did it, to start with, and then Spurs have done it when Mourinho was manager.
Right.
Yes, and Ben Foster, the goalkeeper that I think he was at Watford last season, I could be wrong. He's played for quite a few Midlands clubs. He was at Man United originally. He has a GoPro and he films as he's going around. He puts it in the goal when he was in goal as well. So there's quite a few ones I watch and follow, but they're both. That's a good documentary. That
absolutely fantastic, properly good, and to get to see behind the scenes of such a high-profile team like that. And I've seen them do it with the University of Michigan football team. They did the same thing, and I really got into that as well. But to see behind the scenes,
I think as well. Years ago, when my dad was, Dad used to train with a few of the London teams for fitness for his table tennis. Yeah. And he had a pub also right near West Ham's ground in East Ham, and the footballers used to come in and drink there. So like Harry Redknapp was his friend, that's how he met Harry. A few of the others used to come in his pub. Yeah. And they used to drink with the fans. But nowadays, because they're at such a level, they can't do that. So they don't mix as much with with the public. So to actually have behind the scenes and be able to see a little bit into their lives is just fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. It was absolutely fantastic. When you look at the training staff that goes on behind the nutrition, the lives, what these guys, what they live and what they, and the manager of the team as well. I just thought, unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. A side of football that I just never thought was. I didn't see that side of it really. No. It was really impressive.
We could do a behind the scenes on our channel, couldn't we?
We could.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it would be quite as detailed as that. No. But there was still a lot of fun to be had.
There is, yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to say that we do obviously on our social media, mainly on Instagram, we will have like we put our stories up and stuff. So if you are interested in what we're doing on a particular week, because behind the scenes, because there's a delay, 3-4 weeks. If you want to get a sneak preview of venues we go to, courses, or even when we travel up, the bit of fun we have. Yeah. Then follow us both on Instagram.
So I'll put a couple of little links that come up here now with our Instagram accounts.
Have a little look. So we're on there. Yeah. We are trying to sort of push that a little bit. We've not used it as much compared to, say, Twitter, but we are moving it on more. And as we get more time, we'll be putting more stories up and little bits and bobs. So if you want to keep in touch with what we're doing on that particular day, then even when we're in the shop, where we are, etc., then please do follow us on.
Yeah, so on our Instagram stories, what we'll generally do whenever we travel, we'll always have behind the scenes things going on, just a bit of fun. So some of you will already follow us on Instagram, and thank you very much for commenting and doing all the things that you do. But all you need to do is tap on the actual above, right at the top of Instagram, there's a little circle with our like handles on them. Which is kind of like Leicester and be a logo of Dan Hendriksen Golf. You can tap on that and then it will bring up the actual story, and that will take.
I do as well. Interact with people on Instagram. It tends to be the site that I do.
Yes.
I don't have a YouTube account as such. Use the shop account, so I don't tend to be on there that often. But Instagram, I do respond to everybody who messages me or ask a question, stuff like that. So if you do want to get hold of me, Instagram's probably your best platform.
There you go.
What's on the channel this week?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Right.
Now,
well done.
We've hit a bit
one
of a
job.
wall.
One job.
I have literally got one job. So as I mentioned earlier, I was a little bit ill at the beginning of the week, so I've really struggled to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
I went off filming with Titleist. So later on at the end of this week, I've got a couple of videos that I want to put out from Titleist, which are reviews of the new Titleist products coming out. So that will be out later on in the week. But the idea of this week, I'm trying to get out the Pro-Am where we went and played in the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
And it just comes down to if
with
I can
Steph
get
Karaoke.
Yeah.
See, I got a name right.
And I haven't had time to get it edited properly.
It's because we've got to do a commentary over it.
Yeah, we're going to do the commentary over it.
Because of the fact when we were filming, me and Dan were passing a camera. Jordan had a camera on him as well. But we obviously couldn't have the same interaction we do in a vlog.
Yeah.
It took too long. We were mindful of everyone's trying to get around the golf course.
Absolutely. So I'm not sure if it's coming out this week.
Okay.
If it does come out, it will be out tomorrow and it will run from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But if it doesn't, then I'm going to hold it back and bring it out, and then we'll have a bit of a quieter week because I don't want to put it out and rush it out. I want to do it properly. If I'm going to have the editing time to do it, I will do it properly. Yeah. So we'll see. That's a bit of a random one, isn't it? We've not been there before, have we? This is we need.
As a shareholder, I prefer more planning, future planning.
Sorry.
You're welcome.
Must do better. Right, I think that's it for this week. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, and obviously a big thank you to Jason for coming on and taking a bit of time to talk us through what's happening on the golf course. And we'll see everybody again next Sunday.
Yeah.
See you next Sunday.